And we're live. Okay, so for the first question for the cross-examination, I would like to ask you, under Grant 1033, you said that it would help the American people, necessarily maybe having to do with funding different police programs, but how would you clarify that the grant itself would help the American people?
For 1033?
Yeah, under amending the demilitarization.
No, I was saying like amending it, it would help just because if we were to stop the regulation of these weapons, then you could use that money towards other funding. And my goal is to eventually just get rid of the 1033 program altogether.
Okay. And then under the amendment, since it's having to do with law enforcement agencies receiving an excessive amount, is your amending it having to do with them actually receiving excess of these weapons or these types of weapons altogether? Like both of them? Okay.
Yeah, it would be both. Definitely the types of weapons they're receiving that are unnecessary, and then the amount that they're receiving them in.
Okay. And then you stated something in saying that there's unnecessary types of weapons. And these are having to do with what again? Are these the M16s and like the grenade launchers and stuff like that?
Yeah, I'll list them for you.
Anyways.
So the unnecessary weapons would be sniper scopes, M16 and M14 rifles, armored trucks, pistols, bayonets, Riot 12-gauge shotguns, grenade launchers, helicopters, and airplanes. Okay. Which I meant by that, if you think, I don't think it's necessary for a small town to be having grenade launchers.
Okay, so you emphasize the fact that local law enforcement should definitely not have these types of weapons.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say that maybe state law enforcement, because there is a regional thing to different law enforcement agencies, so an area that has a high density of crime or a high density of drug trafficking, for example, would you say that these types of law enforcement agencies might need some of these types of weapons in comparison to just local law enforcement?
I wouldn't say so necessarily. I think that the standard equipment that they receive would be fine. I don't think it's necessary in different areas for them to receive more than local police, just because I think that creates an issue where it's uneven. That would just be creating like a whole other problem.
It's like a through line, essentially.
Yeah.
Just like, okay. Yeah. And then, I mean, are there types of weapons that you would classify as necessary for local law enforcement?
For necessary? Probably just your standard handheld gun, tasers, things like that, things that are kind of accessible to the American people, if you think about it.
Okay. And then just last question. Besides demilitarization, so this is referring to your advantage too, about tensions between police forces and the public. Besides demilitarization, because that's definitely contributing to the problem of the tension, what else do you think would relieve tension between public and police?
Probably different programs that could help strengthen that, which could definitely be achieved if we were to use the money instead of weapons. We could use it towards regaining that trust through different programs and things like that.
Okay. All right. That concludes my questions. Thank you.